Hello, this video is on Doomsday, the Doomsday Algorithm, which is an algorithm that lets you calculate the day of the week of any date, the day of the week of any date. So the definition of Doomsday is the day of the week of the last day of February. So for this year, 2023, February 28th occurs on a Tuesday. So Doomsday for 2023 is a Tuesday, and it changes every year because 365, you don't get a whole number of weeks. There's one extra day. 364 is a multiple of 7, but then this 365, we have one extra day. So Doomsday advances one day each year, and it advances 2 days on leap year. You may have noticed the same thing about your birthday. If your birthday's on a Saturday this year, the following year it'll advance one day to a Sunday, unless the following year is a leap year, then it will advance 2 days. So once you know the day of the week, once you know a year's doomsday, there are these really nice tricks for identifying certain dates in each month that make it real easy. For example, the even months, when the day matches the month number, that also occurs on a doomsday for the even months. So like April 4th, April is the 4th month, so April 4th occurs on doomsday, June 6th, August 8th, October 10th, and December 12th. When the day of the month matches the month number, that occurs on doomsday. Let me show you this calendar thing here I made to make this very easy for you. Okay, so this is a whole year at a glance. The first thing to notice is we've got this one extra day here. The nice thing is in 2023, January 1st is on a Sunday, which is kind of nice. So we see we have one extra day. So that means there aren't exactly 52 weeks in a year. There's 52 weeks plus 1 day or 2 days on a leap year. So anyways, these even months I circled, like April 4th, June 6th, August 8th, October 10th, December 12th. So once you know those dates, you can kind of count. Like if you wanted to know when December 25th was, well, you know the 12th is on a Tuesday, so you can add 7 to get the 19th, add 7 again, 26, and then it's one day before, so it's the 25th. So once you know one day in each month, you can kind of add 7s to get where you need to go. Now for the odd months, we have this mnemonic. I work from 9 to 5 at the 7-Eleven. So May 9th and September 5th occur on Doomsday, and July 11th and November 7th occur on Doomsday. And March 0th occurs on Doomsday because the last day of February is the same thing as March 0th. And because we can add 7s, we can add 7 2 times to get to March 14th. Pi Day is also on Doomsday. Now, the only one that depends on whether it's leap year or not is January. So it's either January 31st or January 32nd on leap year occurs on Doomsday. Notice all of these other rules didn't depend if it was a leap year or not. So these rules are definitely worth memorizing. So now for 2023, you should be able to calculate the day of the week of any year. But what about other years? So the thing you want to remember is Doomsday for the year 1900 occurred on a Wednesday. And once you know that, let's say you wanted to know Doomsday for 1980. So remember, Doomsday advances one day of the week every year and 2 days if it's a leap year. So we need to know, so 1980, that's 80 days, it's going to advance one day. And then we need to know how many leap years were there in 80 years. And 80 divided by 4 is 20, so there were 20 leap years. So the Doomsday advances 80 days plus 20 days for the leap year, so 100 days. So then we can keep subtracting off multiples of 7. So like we can subtract off 70 days. We need to know how many days it advances in 100 days. So we can subtract off 70, that's 30. We can subtract off 28, because 28 is a multiple of 7. So that's 2. So advanced 2 days. So Doomsday for 1980 is 2 days after Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The other useful thing to memorize is Doomsday for the year 2000. Doomsday for the year 2000 is a Tuesday, because if, let's say you wanted to, some kid comes up to you and they want to tell you what day of the week they were born on. If you can apply the same, so like 1900s an anchor point for people that were born in the 1900s, and 2000 is an anchor point for people born in the 2000s. So then you can just say how many, let's say they were born in 2010, some young child. So Doomsday advances 10 days after, because of Tuesday is Doomsday for the year 2000. So in 2010 it will have advanced 10 years, 10 times, plus there were two leap years. 10 divided by 4 is, the integer part is 2. It advanced, there were 2 leap years. So that's 12 days that it advanced. We can subtract off 7, that's 5 days in it advanced. Advancing 5 days is the same thing as going backwards 2 days. So it was Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. So Doomsday for 2010 was a Sunday. I hope I did this on the fly. So now, given that, if anybody tells you their birth year, you do this thing about if they were born after 2000, you use the 2000, what was it? Doomsday for the year 2000 was Tuesday, you count forward. If they were born in the 1900s, Doomsday for 1900 was a Wednesday, you count forward. You know, every year Doomsday advances once and twice, two days for leap year. So you need to know how many leap years there were. And if that made any sense at all to you, good for you. At least you can remember the good thing to remember is the thing that works for every year, like when I was showing on the calendar. The even months, the month date and the month number occur on Doomsday, like April 4th, June 6th, August 8th, October 10th, December 12th. And I work from 9 to 5 at the 7-Eleven. So 9 and 5 go together and 7-Eleven go together. And now those gives you a date in every month that you know. Then you can add sevens, add and subtract sevens. Those also occur on the same date. And now you know everything there is possible to know about dates. Well, except let's talk about leap year. It turns out there's not an integer number of days. For the Earth to go around the sun. So we approximate that by it's about 365 and a quarter days. That's why we have leap year every 4 years. But that's not quite right either. If the year is a multiple of 100, we don't have leap year. But then unless the year is a multiple of 400, in which case we do. So like the year 1900 is a multiple of 100, so we didn't have a leap year that year. But the year 2000, you could say, well, it's a multiple of 4, so we should have a leap year. But it's a multiple of 100, so we should not have a leap year. But it's also a multiple of 400, so we should have a leap year. So 2000 was a leap year. 2100 will not be... Holy shit! Jesus Christ, that startled the shit out of me. Sorry.
What happened?
Oh no, the paper fell.
Oh my god.
It sounded like a snake hissing behind me because it went... And on that note, thank you very much.
You're not gonna